Well, Jared, we just came off another basically one-goal game loss. It was an empty netter. 3-3. About a minute or so to go. We were on the penalty kill. 19 seconds to go on that. Won the draw. Puck flipped over one of our players' stick and banged it away. And of course, they got an empty netter against the number 3 team in the nation. So I think that's 5 games we've played against teams that have been in the top 10 or are in the top 10 in the nation. 4 of them are one-goal games. And I believe that's our 15th one-goal game this year. So 6 games to go. Playoff hopes are still alive, but we're in a situation where we have to run the table against some pretty good teams. Not that there's any weak teams in the MIAC, is the case with most of the different leagues within the MIAC. So at any rate, getting some pretty solid play in net with Stephen Bolton. Our defense are solid and playing well, and I thought that our forward lines are doing great. We're just in a position where we need to score 2 more goals a game. So special teams have improved, and that's been a big piece of the one-goal game. So we're really close.
Well, one of the things that you've talked about is that this is a process of maturation for the guys and for your team. You play 5 teams in the top 10, you lose 9 or 10 games by more than or 1 goal or less. What's the message then in the locker room that tries to kind of further this process for your team?
Well, I think a number of times ago we had this. It was perseverance, and the guys have learned the definition of the word on paper, and they're learning it as well as the coach, what that word means in real life. And so choose a good attitude. And I tell the guys all the time, to live your life successfully, you have to live it out of your chooser, which is your will, as opposed to your emotions or your circumstances and even your wrong thinking. And so it's a great life lesson. You know, a lot of people ask me about the season, and it feels like we're 15-4.
Oh.
I mean, these guys are awesome young men. They're doing well in school. The locker room is solid. They work hard every day, and they care for one another, and they play in this game the way it should be played. So we've been in every game except maybe 3, where I think we just came out flat and we didn't give a performance that put us in a position to win. The rest of them were there. That's pretty solid. The guys are optimistic. It's going to be a steep climb. It's the Nordwand, which is the north face of the Eiger. It's really steep and is one of the last mountain climb facilities that are, I don't even know how to say it, challenges that they climbed in the 40s, I think it was, or the late 30s. So the north face is really steep and it's really difficult, and that's kind of what we're looking at, because we play St. Thomas this weekend, great team. We play St. John's, who won it last year, and they're a good team, and then Gustavus, who's on top of the league. So candidly, our team wouldn't have it any other way. So we're going to finish this thing the way we started it and get after it and then see what happens, because we're in charge of our destiny. If we can run the table, then we're going to be in a good position. If not, then we have to start hoping and holding our breath, and that's just not a good way to run it.
Well, Coach, we'll look to start the climb this weekend against the Tommies. Thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.